Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, September 16th. From the San Antonio Express News, my name is Luis Vasquez, and this is your Express Briefing. All of the stories you need to know to start your day. You can expect intermittent clouds and a chance of thunderstorms with a high of 92 in San Antonio today. The city continues to see promising trends in the decline of new COVID-19 cases, hospitalizations, and deaths. But with the incubation period for Labor Day yet to pass, civic and health officials are still on high alert for any possible surge in the relentless disease. Now let's move on to the top headlines for the day. Bexar County commissioners, still anxious about conducting a high-interest election amid the novel coronavirus pandemic and doubts over voting by mail, added more voting sites and extended nighttime hours for early voting after a tense meeting with elections administrator Jacques Callanen on Tuesday. Callanen told the court her staff has been getting ready for the largest election we've held, updating the county's new express vote systems over the summer to show an additional column of candidates on the screen at a time to help voting go smoothly. We highlight some things voters should know at the link in this episode's description. A San Antonio police officer shot and killed a man wanted on 2 warrants on Tuesday, marking the 8th fatal shooting by San Antonio police this year. Officers were serving 2 family violence warrants when the man hit the officer with a can of paint and pulled the officer's gun from its holster. McManus said he had not yet seen the body cam video and would not be releasing the footage at this stage of the investigation. This is a developing story, but you can get more details at expressnews.com. Cracker Barrel Old Country Store Incorporated has rejected Sardar Biglari's nominee for its board, setting the stage for the San Antonio investor to wage another proxy fight with the Tennessee restaurant and retail chain. Quote, "We have attempted on multiple occasions to reach an amicable resolution with Cracker Barrel leadership," said Sardar Biglari in a letter to Cracker Barrel shareholders. "The time has come for the years-long stonewalling to end." Patrick Danner has the full story at the link in this episode's description. To keep our readers up to date on the path of COVID-19, the Express News has built a dashboard of interactive graphics showing the spread of the virus in the San Antonio area, in Texas as a whole, and across the United States. We've also created an interactive map of San Antonio for COVID-19 testing sites that don't require a doctor's referral. You can find a link to the dashboard and the interactive map in this episode's description. Next up are your need-to-know headlines. You can find all of these headlines and more inside your Express News subscription. State health officials have pulled back on a plan to cut millions from programs that serve low-income women and parents of children with developmental disabilities, responding to concerns from advocates and lawmakers amid the coronavirus pandemic. City Council would look utterly foolish if it delayed a vote on an alternative funding plan for Edwards Aquifer Protection until after the November election, writes the Express News editorial board. H-E-B is working with a Swiss company to set up an automated micro-fulfillment centers which will help it manage curbside pickup and delivery orders. BP has joined a growing number of oil and gas companies that recognize the industry's best days are in the rearview mirror, anticipating that oil will peak within 10 years. Stubborn industry loyalists should heed these warnings, writes Chris Tomlinson. Texas quarterback Sam Ehlinger says he's disappointed with himself after dismantling UTEP. A Bexar County Sheriff's deputy was fired last week, accused of making an inappropriate comment on Facebook, according to the law enforcement agency. The city of San Antonio has issued more than 2,900 warnings and 230 citations for violating the emergency declarations, according to an enforcement report. The Texas Supreme Court ordered the Secretary of State to immediately take all necessary actions to put the Green Party candidates back on November ballots. Communications and theater students at Our Lady of the Lake University this semester will have access to state-of-the-art equipment and production centers in a new school dedicated to those fields, thanks to a $2.1 million donation from an alumna and her husband. In today's op-ed, going head-to-head on flying and masks, staff of the airport and airlines did all they could to promote safety. UTSA looks to maintain humility and continue developing after an energizing opening game. Red taillights streak past the dark of night, the sun rises in silence, and a bird lands on a Loop 1604 sign. It reads Marbach Road. That's the opening shot of the new Marbach-umentary, A Scene, the docuseries that creators hope will one day be seen at film festivals. Childhood friends Matthew Skinner and Arturo Javier Mireles are proud of the far west side neighborhood they grew up in. Rocker Dogs Gourmet Street Dogs has returned to the San Antonio dining scene with a permanent brick-and-mortar home on the south side. It features a menu of tricked-out hot dogs, including the signature Thai kickboxer, made with 13 ingredients, and dogs featuring chili and blue cheese. Chuck Blunt has more on this unique eatery at the link in this episode's description. Jim Kais gives you a look at what's new or notable in home video with movies and TV series that are available on streaming sites. One of the newest eateries to join the growing lineup of plant-based options in San Antonio is a takeout and delivery option dubbed Tidy Ben's Sloppy Joe's. Check out what Paul Stephen has to say at the link in this episode's description. Herman's Hermits, starring Peter Noon, will be in concert again at the Tobin Center following the coronavirus shutdown. And that's all for today. This was your Express briefing for Wednesday, September 16th. My name is Luis Vasquez. Please consider becoming an Express News subscriber to get in-depth coverage on all the stories you heard today. Also, be sure to rate and review this podcast inside of your Apple Podcast app, as it really helps the show. Have a wonderful day, everyone.